Hello core engineering family. In this video we are going to discuss about the affinity law of a pump, right? So what is the affinity law of pump? How affinity law helps to predict the performance of a centrifugal pump while selecting the centrifugal pump? What is the significance of the affinity law that we are going to discuss in this video? Okay, so before talking about the affinity law of pump, you must know about what is a pump? Basically, pump is a mechanical device which is used to transfer liquid from one location to another location, right? With the help of the pressure difference. Okay, this is the pump, and we have already covered so many videos about the pump and the centrifugal pump. Okay, and if I talk about the centrifugal pump, so you will see one thing in a centrifugal pump, the rotating part of the centrifugal pump or the heart of the centrifugal pump is impeller, right? Okay, so there is a one thing that you must know. In the centrifugal pump, the impeller is the heart of the centrifugal pump, right? So the diameter of the impeller and the RPM of the impeller is very important. Okay, this diameter of the impeller and RPM of the impeller is directly linked with the flow, head and power consumption, right? Means if you will increase or decrease the diameter of the impeller or the RPM of the impeller, simply these values are going to change. Means your flow, head and power consumption. Now how these variables are linked with the diameter and RPM, that we are going to discuss in the affinity law, and this is the affinity law basically. Okay, so what is the affinity law? Basically, affinity law is a mathematical relationship between your pump speed and impeller diameter. Means it describes that if you will change the pump speed or the impeller dia, then your head, flow rate and power consumption will be changed. Now how it will be changed, that we will discuss one by one. Okay, and what is the significance of this law? The significance of this law is that it predicts the pump performance when operating conditions change. Obviously, when you will change one, let's suppose there is one RPM and then you change the another RPM, right? So what will be the pump performance that time? That the affinity law tells you. Okay, there is the relation between the flow rate and diameter of the impeller. There is the relation between the flow and RPM of the impeller. But when these relationship comes into the picture, that we are going to discuss. Okay, so as I told you that the impeller performance or the centrifugal performance depends on the diameter of the impeller and the RPM, right? So there is two scenario comes into the picture. The first scenario is that, let's suppose the dia of impeller is changed and your RPM is constant. Okay, this is the one scenario, and the second scenario is your RPM of impeller is changed and the dia D is constant. Are you getting my point? What am I doing? Here is two scenario comes into the picture. The one scenario is when your diameter of impeller is going to change but your RPM is fixed, and the second one is when your RPM of a impeller is changing and your diameter of the impeller is fixed, right? So let's see the first formula. The first formula says that it talks about the flow rate. Okay, means see here, as the Q is directly proportional to N when your diameter of impeller is constant. Means if you increase the RPM, your flow rate will be increased, right? Okay, so how it will increase? Let's see with one example. Let's suppose the Q1 is 10 cubic meter per hour, right? And your RPM, let's suppose the N1, this one is your initial RPM. Okay, at N1 RPM, let's suppose it is your 100 RPM. At N1 RPM, your flow rate is 10 cubic meter per hour, right? Okay, and then you change your RPM 200, right? Okay, now what will be the new flow rate? So with the help of the affinity law, you could find out. How you will find out? Q1 into N2 divided by N1. So what is the Q1? The Q1 is your 10 into what is N2? That is 200 divided by 100. Okay, it will be cancelled out. So what will be the answer? 20. So you could simply see here, when you double the RPM, your flow rate will be also double, right? Or twice, you could say. Are you getting my point? When you double the RPM, your flow rate will be also double. It means that Q is changing linearly. There is a linear relationship between Q and N. Are you getting my point? What I want to say? In this case, your diameter of the impeller is constant, right? I hope you got this point. Now, if you constant the RPM of the impeller, and so what will be the relationship between the Q and D, that we could also see. So just I erase everything. So see here, now your N is constant, right? So what will be the formula? So formula will be very simple. Q2 is equal to Q1 D2 divided by D1. Okay, now in this case, what is happening here? If you double the diameter, simply your flow rate will be double, right? And in this case, your RPM is fixed. So these formulas help to predict the pump performance, because in one condition you know the variable, in the second condition you could find out the variable. That's we are doing. What we are doing here, basically, you know the Q1, the initial flow rate, you know at the initial RPM. Then you think that I am going to change the RPM at N2. Okay, so what will be the flow rate at N2? You could find out that, right? Okay, I hope you got this point. If you have any doubt, please let me in the comments box. I'll definitely resolve your doubt as soon as possible, right? So if you increase the dia, simply your flow rate will be increased. Okay. Okay, then see the next affinity law, and this is with respect to head. Okay, head developed by the centrifugal pump. So if you will see here, if you keep constant the impeller dia, then what will be the formula? The formula will be this one. H2 is equal to H1 into N2 divided by N1 square. Okay, there is the square comes into the picture. It means that your new head will change 4 times. Okay, how? Just see the example. Let's suppose the initial head H1 is 10 meter at 100 RPM, right? Okay, now the new RPM is 200 as we considered earlier. Now what will be the H2? So with the help of the formula, you could simply see here 10 into 200 by 100 square. So it would be 2 power 2. 2 power 2, it would be 4, right? So 10 into 4, it would be 40 meter. So as I told you, as there is the square in the formula, so your new head will increase 4 times. Are you getting my point, what I want to say? Okay, so this is the significance of the affinity law. Now, if we keep constant the RPM, then what will be the formula? The formula will be very simple. The H2 is equal to H1, now D2 divided by D1 square. Means if you change the diameter, simply if you change the diameter, so new head will be 4 times, right? If you increase the diameter from D1 to D2. I hope you got this point, what I want to tell you about the affinity law with respect to head, right? Okay, now let's see about the power consumption. What is the relationship between the RPM and diameter with power consumption? Okay, so power consumption is P2 is equal to P1 into N2 divided by N1 power 3. Means your new power will be 8 times of the P1, means the initial power if you double the RPM. Please understand this. Okay. Now, let's suppose the initial RPM, the initial power is 10 kilowatt at initial RPM, that is for example 100 RPM. What is N2? N2 is your 200 RPM. At N2, what will be the power consumption? Because this is also very important. So it would be 10 into 200 by 100 power 3, right? So 2 power 3, it would be 8 into 10 means 80 kilowatt. So simply your power will increase 8 times. The new power will be increased 8 times to your initial power, right? Now, if you keep RPM constant, then what will be the relationship between the power and diameter? So it would be P2 is equal to P1 D2 by D1 power 3, right? So I hope you got this point what I want to tell you. Okay, so sometimes what happens that we simply order or we simply place the order of the oversized pump. Okay, that is not our requirement. So what we could do, we could simply trim the impeller dia. Okay, or we could use the VFD. So how we could trim the impeller dia? We could only trim the impeller dia when we know the affinity law, how to use the affinity law. By using the affinity law, you could predict the pump performance when its operating condition you will change. Okay, and after changing the operating condition, you could simply put that values in your affinity law formula and you could find out the new pump performance. Are you getting my point what I want to say? So this is very helpful when we select the centrifugal pump. I hope you understood this video. I hope you got to know something new from this video. So that's all for today's video. Thanks for watching. Till then, keep learning. Thank you.